All right, so we could go ahead and get into we'll do the trade recap right here. So you can see on the daily, if you go all the way over here, we were in this daily fair value gap. Plus, there's like weekly order block right here. I seriously doubt there's a monthly order block, but yeah, monthly order blocks down here. But yeah, there's weekly order blocks over there. Boom. As well as a daily fair value gap that we were in. Today, it looks like we're creating a wick from that. But anyways, from this move down that already happened towards the beginning of the day, we're already down here. Market opened right here for me. So we had already started moving down. The hourly still happened to be bullish, but whenever I got my entry, it had already closed bearish, so that added confluence for me. And from there, knowing that the 1 hour was bearish, 4 hour was bearish, and on the daily we had this huge daily imbalance. It still has not yet to get touched, but I figured that we would target yesterday's daily low. That was also the beginning of this daily imbalance, and that is where we ended up targeting today. So at market open, all the way, I'll go to the 15-minute. So on this candle right here is market open. We came into this 15-minute order block. And I was not yet looking at GJ. I was looking at EU, but I never got my entry. I was correct on where I wanted it to go on my daily bias. But I did never get a retracement or a proper entry. So I was wrong on my GU bias, and I happened to be correct on my GJ bias. So anyways, we came up into this 15-minute order block at market open. As you can see, we've already been continuing in a little small downtrend here on the 15-minute. We had a false or a fail swing high right here. Boom. And then from there we started falling. So just reading all this put together, that had me believe that we were going to target yesterday's low. And that seems to be exactly where we targeted. So we ended up retracing into this 15-minute imbalance right here. And you could go down to the 5-minute, and you can see that we kind of bounced around in there. I entered off of this 5-minute inverse fair value gap. So yeah, so after market open, coming into here, continued on down, came into the 15-minute fair value gap. That was really the only retracement that we got throughout the day, besides this retracement right here. I still don't think I was looking at GJ at that point. I think it was after this dump before I started looking at GJ. So once we came up into this 15-minute fair value gap, I wanted to see an inverse of this 5-minute fair value gap, so a closure below, and then from there a move up into it with, I put my stops at this 5-minute high right here, just so in case it wants to fill a little more of this 15-minute imbalance and sweep these highs, kind of sort of like what it did right here, coming up and sweeping those highs. I could be protected from that, and it did end up coming up again, and I'm not too sure why. Just a bit of choppy price action. I don't see no reason why it needed to have this little movement up here. But from there, it started to move down. I took a little bit of profits off, or really around like 45% at the 50% mark of this 15-minute fair value gap, which is honestly a low RR for normally what I've been doing, but been on a crazy losing streak and just wanted to secure some profits. And then I took the rest down here. This was going to be my original RR, a 1 to 2, where I normally sell half and then I'll sell the rest at other points of liquidity. But with the choppy price action and the way On the 5 minute, it rejected up like this. I just wanted to secure some profits, go ahead and move my stop to break even, and I let some runners run, which is what I did. And yeah, so that was my thought process behind this trade. And I guess to sum it up, we're reacting off this daily fair value gap right here, plus weekly order blocks. If you go down to the 1 hour, you can see that we had a fail swing high right here. Started having some movement downwards. Had this enticing daily fair value gap that I thought we were drawing to, as well as yesterday's daily candle lows. And then you could go to the 15-minute chart and you can see a market open. We're just continuing on with bearish confluences, rejecting off this 15-minute order block, breaking structure to the downside on the 15 with an enticing 15-minute fair value gap that we had to come up into, and entered off a 5-minute inverse fair value gap.